Find funding for a larger machine because we can only print a 5-inch model right now. So we're looking at upgrading to a 10-inch model.
How much would that cost?
The new machine, the 10-inch is $32,000. That's the machine, 3 years worth of supplies to print with, them coming setting it up. You know, all that, and a 1-year warranties and things like that. So it's like $32,000 for a 3-year thing. But this was, I think, $7,000 or $10,000 when they bought this one.
That's a cheap one.
It's not a cheap one.
I'm kidding.
But the nice thing about it is it's much more detailed than like the maker bots and things like that. I mean, I can do. If you look out in the cabinet, I don't have anything in there at the moment printing, but that's what it looks like on the inside. And then what it is we don't use filament right at the moment, and that's where the 3D area is going to. This is a powder that heats up, and then it just extrudes from through here and then down through the head. And this is the head.
Oh, okay.
And then
it's like film or like
it's
ink, like the ink for
a little bit, but then it extrudes a plastic, like a small spaghetti. And what it does is just layer after layer after layer. And this is what the insides look like. We don't fill, we can do it two ways. We can do a full fill, where this would be solid, or we do what we call a wave. We typically do a wave because it saves material, unless for some reason they really need a solid piece. But most of the time the students don't need that. They're very sturdy, they don't break. You can drill into them, all sorts of things. But I had some really good pieces, but the president requested to use them for the board meeting today, so they're all up there right now. But I do have some really nice pieces in the case right outside the door of the library that you can look at some of the other things that we've made. But what's really nice is some of the students have come up with ideas of things that they needed, and we created it. We had a dental student who was wanting something to keep the dental cords from all being tangled when you're pulling out all your instruments, so he's created a little separator. We had a staff member who needed a container to hold some medications in his pocket, so it just wasn't rattling around a pocket, so he created himself a little case for it. We've created, we have students also, I'm working with some students right now that we're going to do L1, is it L? I think 1 through 5, and build it and then set it in ballistics gel so they can practice epidurals. So,
really?
Yeah, so we've had some really great ideas coming through, and we're trying to figure out ways to do it, which is the other reason we need the bigger machine. Because like the alligator head I showed you, we went from an alligator this big to an alligator this big.
Oh my goodness.
But I had to print that in sections because I don't have a big enough machine to build one that big. So yeah, we're really rooting for that bigger machine. So we're hoping, the president's very excited. This is one of his initiatives to start these projects, to start this 3D project, and the students really love it. Again, like I said, it's free. So staff members, students, faculty, anybody in the
So then is this something that they're doing as a project for alumni to donate to then, or?
I don't know that they have anything set up, but if you'd like to donate it to it, it can be done.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I just saw my husband who works for development, so he could probably help you with that. But yeah, if you wanted to donate to it, we would greatly appreciate it, because we really do want to be able to keep this going forward. There's a brand new machine out that we just saw. I just saw it the other day, and it actually does multicolor, but it's so new that I've not seen any reviews on how well it works yet. So that may be something even farther down the line, that we can do multicolor at a time. Because one of the things we'd like to do, like the brain I showed you, I was telling your father, this was a test that didn't work well, but we were trying to recreate the brain with the mapping, circulatory mapping, and it was just too fragile. But this the idea is if we could print this, which we're trying to figure out how, I'd like to print this in color. So you have the brain in one color, the circulatory in another color.
That would be very cool.
It would really be cool and a very good learning tool, because what the idea was that half of this would be the brain, and then this is open with the circulatory. But as you can see, it was just so fragile that as soon as you tried to clean it, it just fell apart. So we're just trying to figure out a way to to make these a little thicker but not ruin what it's supposed to really look like.
Okay.
So, but we, we have our little mistakes and we just move forward. Make something new.
That's amazing.
So, but yeah, we had a contest earlier this year, and the students and faculty submitted, and there were winners on both campuses. So we have some really cool stuff.
So do you print for the Mesa school?
No, Mesa has their own.
Okay.
So the library on the Mesa campus also has one of these. So we print for each school, and then if we get busy,
For the dental school too.
Yeah, we print for the dental schools too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, anything. The dental school here hasn't quite gotten into it yet because it's only the second class. So we're still trying to promote some of the things. But I've made some things for them. Mm-hmm. One of the cute little things we just made was we created a little hedgehog, and has holes on the top, but the holes they can stick their dental tools in.
Oh.
So it kind of keeps them up so you can grab them easier, but it also looks kind of cute if you've got children in the chair, something like that, you know. And I used to be a dental assistant, so I know how hard it is sometimes to just grab it when you need it. So it was, they'll just stick up. But if you look out the case outside the door of the library, you'll see some of the other things that we've made.
Great.
So,
well, thank you very much.
The big thing here is the 4-section hearts and the skulls. So like this one, I'm going to start printing right now. So the skulls take about 20 hours to print.
Really? 20 hours?
20 hours to print that skull. So we're going to print this,
So
which is a
you'll
half
have to
skull.
come back tonight at about 4 o'clock in the morning.
It'll be done at 11:30 tomorrow morning.
You're
Really?
going to stay here all night.
No, I do come in on the weekends every once in a while and grab them out and get them started again because I have a long list. I have a long waiting list. Which is the other reason for the bigger machine, because I can print more than one at a time.
Oh.
Because right now I have 14 students waiting on me. And if you figure every one of these takes a day, that's 14 days.
Wow.
Plus a day to clean. So it's actually double that.
Oh, wow.
The material goes into what we call the wave washer, and it's just hot water with like a soap material. And it dissolves this white, which is the support material to build these. And what it'll do is it'll just dissolve all that off of there, and then it'll be a nice clean piece.
Really?
Yeah. So, but it takes a day to print, usually a day to clean, especially the skulls.
So only the white will dissolve?
Yes, only the white will dissolve.
Huh.
That's made to
The
dissolve.
red's a different material?
Yes, they're two separate materials. This is what they call an ABS material. So it's nice and strong. You can't hardly break it. We've drilled into it, So,
Good.
yeah. So we really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. I have a good time with it. We make a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
That's neat.
So, anyway.
Oh, thank you very
Yeah.
much.
You're
Thank
very
you.
welcome. But yeah, stop and look at the case outside the door. We've
Okay.
got some of our other items in there too.
Great. Well, thank you.
So you're very welcome. And if you need any other information, I'm here today and tomorrow. So
Okay. Well, great.
yeah. We have our new Civil War exhibit up too, if you'd like to take a look at that sometime.
Oh, okay.
That just came in. It's talking about Civil War in medicine. And
Very neat.
and we're doing our open house for the new reading room at 2:30.
Huh.
If you're free to come back.
What's
We
it,
have
the
a-
reading room?
We have a new, created what they call the osteopathic medicine reading room. It's this little room down there, just down there. And it's just a nice sitting room, got a nice comfy chair, table to study at. The books in there are strictly osteopathic.
Okay.
So it's just a nice quiet place to go if you want to do some research.
Very good.
So,
Great. Thank
yeah,
you.
all right, talk to you later.
See, they have a skeleton on the door.
That's
Yeah,
my skeleton.
yeah.
That's my skeleton. Honey,
Oh, that's
real quick
yours.
question. This is my husband. If they were wanting to donate towards the 3D printing project, I know we don't have
I don't have a
fund
designated fund
set up, but if
right
they-
now. If you guys would set up a designated fund, then we can direct it
Okay.
to whatever that is. Right now, we'd probably direct it to the library department if
Yeah.
it came in that way.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then you
We can
guys
figure it
could,
from there.
Okay.
and then notify you that, hey, we had funds come
Okay.
in for the.
Okay. Yeah,
Alright.
we did talk about that. I know we have to get it set up, so.
Good. Okay. Well,
Okay.
thanks a lot.
All right, you're very
John,
welcome.
Thank you.
nice to meet you.
Got a nice library here.
You better get over there where they're eating.
Yeah. Gotta get